Jeff Berk. He's a Miami-based luxury merchandise reseller, best known for selling an Hermes handbag for a record $500,000. He was naturally elated when he sold a Hermes Birkin handbag to rapper Kanye West for some $275,000 not so long ago, but also naturally, Berk was shocked when he heard about Kanye's initial anti-Semitic tirades just last month and decided to take action, putting that entire $275,000 from that West sale to fund his combating anti-Semitism advocacy group. Now it's called TruthTells.org. And we're joined by the man himself now, Jeff Berk, joining us, the chairman and founder of TruthTells, coming all the way from Florida, early hour there. So appreciate it, Jeff, coming to us live on the show today. First of all, thanks for joining. Tell us about the day that you sort of heard about Kanye's views here. I mean, was it a guttural reaction? I mean, what were your first thoughts?
I would have to say it's 10 times worse than a kick in the gut, David. Our interface with him was no different. We've done millions of dollars. Part of our success is Cardi B spending $1 million with us, Paris Hilton, little baby, Kris Jenner. So it was an organic development. It may seem some of your viewers crazy that a handbag could go for $275,000. But I don't know what else I could add to the commentary of Kanye West, except that, we are very dialed into the rap community here, and I'm firmly committed to this anti-Semitic philosophy is a truly baked in mantra. This is not a current event. This is not a mental breakdown. This is something that he has been believing and practicing for years.
It certainly feels that way. He's not backing away, shying away. In fact, he's standing firmly behind all that at this point. I'm very interested in what I discovered here about TruthTells.org. Okay, I mean, this is very interesting the way you've gone about this, assigning a grade from A to F, to public figures, politicians, congressmen and women. Pretty eye-opening. Can you describe the impetus for this project, how you came up with this?
Yeah, well, our transaction with Kanye was in March of 2004, and a few months before that, I was contemplating running for Congress here in Florida, and the candidate was the former candidate was Ted Deutsch, who otherwise represented himself as a huge champion of Israel and a champion against anti-Semitism. So in real time, I was developing a narrative, and I was trying to see that some of our Democratic Jewish leaders were doing absolutely nothing in real life while they're claiming to be passionate about pro-Israel and anti-BDS policies. And so these two activities were happening in concurrence. And what we are doing specifically is we are giving every sitting Jewish politician a letter rating on ADF, what they're doing to fight against their fellow anti-Semitic and anti-Israel colleagues in Congress.
I mean, it's eye-opening to say the least. I mean, I've seen some of the people getting the F grades on there, and you go on to explain it. It's not just a stamp on the page. There's reasons behind it. So it is eye-opening. Definitely discussion-worthy. Getting into this subject, though, sort of pulling back the curtain, so to say, on something that I think most prefer not to truly face or get into or research. It's ugly. Was it horrifying? I mean, were you horrified to sort of really get into this and discover it?
I would have to say let down, but the realist in me is not just unsurprised. A lot of our most legacy sitting Jewish politicians, they're comfortable in their position. They're afraid of being canceled by this squad. They're doing very, very little on the growth of this population within the United States government, this anti-American, anti-Israel socialist movement. And this is what we're trying to illuminate to the best of our ability.
Got to ask you, a future in politics still being contemplated? You considering a run in the future? There's certainly the playing field shifts, and there's opportunities out there.
There are opportunities everywhere, but right now we're moving very, very quickly. We're going to be affecting this and bringing this narrative to a national basis very, very soon. And the further I could go to stop the rise of anti-Semitism, which is really, as far as I'm concerned, the anti-Semitism is merely just a symptom of what the socialist mantra is doing to the United States. It's anti-family, anti-democracy, anti-free speech. And this lane, holding our Jewish leaders accountable, is what we're sticking within for the foreseeable future.
Well, certainly eye-opening, and I encourage our viewers to check it out. TruthTells.org. It's eye-opening. It's interesting. It's jarring. It's jarring. It's pushing the boundaries a bit on this subject. So, Jeff Berk, thanks for being with us again. The early hour coming to us from Florida. A pleasure to have you on.
A real treat, Dave.